everyone. We're back for our Huntress moon reading. In my previous reading that I did earlier today, when the Huntress moon was over the southern hemisphere, I was calling it the harvest moon, and I am sorry. I apologize. It is the Huntress moon. And the Huntress moon is in Aries as of this evening. It's beautiful. I'm looking straight at it. Right through Charlotte's Web. I have a Charlotte's Web here at my house. So we're going to look at our theme card, which is Gaia. Gaia. Wonderful. Nice. Sorry, we have dogs barking and cats running around. It's kind of crazy. Gaia, connect to the pulse of Mother Earth. She will guide you through this time of change. So one of the things for you to know is that Mercury and Jupiter went direct today. I don't know if you guys are aware. There's a great video. I forget the lady's name who put it out, but women's energy comes in from your left hand and goes out through your right. So on this hand, you should be wearing the beads that provide you whatever you're looking for, and on your right hand you should be using the beads such as obsidian, jade, moldavite, green tiger's eye, to expel from your body any type of energies that are not good for you. I've seen a few people wear them online during readings, and yeah, and they're backwards. And men, it's the opposite. Energy comes in your right arm and out your left. So anyway, just a little tidbit for you. I see that a lot, and I want to write it in the comments, but for some reason, if you write something like that, then the people who are negative, and it's not a negative comment, it's just educational, the people who are negative seem to chime in, and so I don't say stuff like that, but just to let you know, for women, that's how they're supposed to be worn. Eight of Swords again. All right, we received that earlier today. Empress, same cards. Tower moment, yes. It's like I didn't shuffle them, but I just did. Oh no, yeah, I did just shuffle them. Whew. I was like, whoa, too much. Oh yeah, almost the same. Okay. It is a little different this evening, and it's so funny because if you watch the first reading that was done today, you will notice that there's a few cards that are different. Two are different, but you will, if you watch the reading from today, the story that played out actually did play out in my life this afternoon. It's rather interesting. And my Eight of Swords happened today, and I don't let Eight of Swords get in my way at all, ever. I just look around me and figure out what resource, or call on whatever friend or whatever whatever it is that I'm looking for, and I ask for assistance. So I hope you do too. If you are having an Eight of Swords moment, anything that's coming out of the Mercury retrograde, anything that might be affecting you, we're going to put clarifier cards out, and then we're going to talk about everything in a moment. Now that the animals have all calmed down, that's good. We have an Oracle Starseed card out here. We, the haters, deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. And so we'll read about these cards in a moment. Eight of Cups again. Earth cards, same thing. And it's so funny because they fell on the same cards earlier as they are now, and the cards are not in the same order. So it's very good. Yeah. I can't, yep, Hangman. There's that discussion again. Wow. And the Lover's card. I think it's rather interesting on this one, and I want to talk a little bit about this one because these two cards are new to the reading today. And we're going to talk a little bit about this and what this just meant to me. When your cups are down, your Five of Cups, see how their cups are down? They love you. And I don't know who that message is for, but when your cups are down, they love you. They love you. Don't forget that. I think that's, you know, and I know that's the ending message, and I just started with the ending message on this reading, and that's really sad. But, you know, I'm one of those people that sometimes if I want to know the end of the book, I read the very end. But it's really sad. But I go back and read the whole book because I want to understand the meaning of the ending, not just know the ending. I don't watch the ending of the movie, but I will read the ending of the book first. I don't know why. So this is our Starseed Oracle card. We the Hathers, deep love, mother's milk, birth as portal. Birth as a portal. We're going to look this card up. I'm going to have this reading for you. And I have stuff going on in the house. If you hear that craziness going on. I have a foster puppy right now that's very energetic at night. I don't know. Place the card on the portal of your heart and whisper the following. I allow the deep love of the cosmic mother to wash over me. I'm loved. I'm held. So I'm going to do this for all of us. I allow the deep love of the cosmic mother to wash over me. I'm loved. I'm held. Birth is a portal that ushers in new life. The Hathers are here to remind you that you are a child of the cosmic mother and you're being called to be held by her deep, never-ending love and embrace. This is a tender, nourishing card reminding you to receive the deep, deep love of the mother's embrace. The heroes know that the journey on earth can be rocky and lonely at times, but you're being reminded to rest more deeply in the mother's arms. This is a card of extreme potency, of femininity, of creation, and of birth. You're being called to mother yourself and others too, to surrender to your sacred femininity, to create and surrender to your own creations, to hold and to be held. You're being called to remember your place in the web of life and to realize that the cosmic mother is watching your every step of the way. You may be going through a transition right now, moving from one way of being to another. If so, you're being reminded that you're being cradled by a sacred container, that you're more held than you can possibly imagine, and you have access to more love than your heart can bear. If you're struggling in any way, you're being reassured that things will work out. Open yourself to receive the overflowing love of the cosmic mother, flooding towards you from every direction. Let it stretch your heart. And once again, the Starseed activation for this card right here, for you to hold it over your heart. If you don't have this card or you're watching, just write this message down on a sheet of paper and put it over your heart. I allow the deep love of the cosmic mother to wash over me. I'm loved. I'm held. And please also write on the sheet of paper this. We the Hathers. I'm not saying that properly, but I'll figure it out for next time. Once again, I want you to pay attention to the portal that's taking place here. We've had so many coming. We have so many coming up, and we've had a few that have gone by. Some that I probably don't even know about. But people have been activating all over the place. Once again, we have the Empress card that is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. The seeds that you're planting. You know, until you are an empress, an emperor power, when you plant seeds and you're in your power, that's when they become and they start to form. When you are not an empress power or emperor power, they're not really seeds, they're thoughts, they're ideas. But when you're in your power and you're sitting in your power, they are truly seeds. So I know a lot of people are scared of when they manifest that they are, you have to be very exact when you're manifesting. And brainstorming up to manifestation, there is nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing. But what you create, an empress and emperor power, that matters. Just know that. We started off here with the Eight of Swords. We were ushered in with obstacles that were in our way, and we turned those swords into victories. We can do that. It is so easy. Get up, turn around. These swords are actually resources. They could be your friends. They could be things. Look how she's blind. She doesn't see them, but they're all around her. And they're not negative. They're absolutely there to give her power. Does that make sense? Make sure you understand that. This card is there to remind you of your power. Clarified by the Eight of Cups. Exactly. You could choose. You have Eight of Swords, or you can pick them up and you can fill up your cups. Eight of Cups. Clarified. Just remember it. Okay, now we have, and this card was different. This clarifier is different. We had the High Priestess earlier. We have it again. And she's saying, I'm standing here in my power as well, right? I am knowledge. I am research. I'm sorry if whatever, I just had a next door update on my phone. If that interrupted the reading, what I said was, she's telling you, I am knowledge, I am research. Whatever it is that you're going through, take the time to really look into it. And she's clarified by the Four of Swords. So I would look in 4 different places. 4 different places. I would have 4 different researches. Now this 4 different research points. This is Pisces Australis, and we're going to look this up real quick. Below the water bearer of Aquarius lies the southern fish, drinking the waters, being dispensed from the urn. I'm sorry, it's dark. The card is the first decanter of the Aquarius, and the fish symbolizes the vessel of the eclectic, high-charged energy. While the nature of this watery creature is at odds with Aquarius ideals, the card is suggesting it is time to digest what has passed. Through reflections, retreat, and introversions, energies can coalescence into a more coherent and organized plan. Meditative time is needed to assimilate the disconnected threads left. Hanging, oh boy, here we go. One moment, I'm sorry. This is my fault because I did not set up my, I obviously did not set up my power correctly today. Very, very sorry. Yep. Very sorry. Oh, okay. Here we go again. Okay, we've got it now, I think. My apologies. I don't want that edited, by the way. Please do not remove that. Somebody needed to pause on that for some reason. I don't know why, but it needed to happen. Meditative time is needed to assimilate the disconnected threads left, hanging after a stressful and pressurized period. Now we have The Tower. We have a moment here. We have a moment that's being clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. So it looks like every struggle that you might have had is going to develop into some type of progress, whether it be in funding or whether it be, because funding is not always money. Sometimes funding is love, you know, whatever fuels your fire. And our next card, which is new to the reading today, is Ten of Pentacles. And you'll be having a discussion about it, about how you can turn that into something more powerful for you. And this is where you've been hung up on. The inability to have that discussion. Think about it. Be wise about it. I would suggest you have that discussion. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is where you end up, right here. Right here, in this power. Clarified by the King of Wands. Hard work. That is correct. And then once again, when your cups are down, you are loved. Just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I don't know if you have someone in your life like that, that when your cups are down, that you can call on them and talk to them. But if that is happening for someone right now, absolutely, 110%. Sometimes, you know, I just heard that something, I don't really, I have a lot of paranormal activity, but I don't really speak to it during readings. Not speak to it, but speak to it. Like, for instance, I'm not external about what I hear during readings at all. I don't include it. Third, private readings I will, but in general readings I don't think that's necessary, because that's just not something that everybody is interested in knowing about. Okay, our Arcane of Astrology card here is another air card. It's a Gemini card, and it's calling planet ruler is Mercury. Mercury saying, yay, I'm back in direct. I am happy. Sometimes it can feel as though the universe is conspiring against us. Cars break down. We send the wrong email to our boss, and we have disagreements with loved ones. But rest assured that the delays and daily setbacks you're facing are only temporary. These things can be solved easily with a good mechanic, swallowing your pride or apologizing. Too often we believe that speaking our mind is the most important part of communicating, but there is another piece to that puzzle: listening. Take some time to listen to what the people you love have to say right now. You may get more out of it than you realize. Communicate, analytics, transportation, short trips, problems, and delays. You know, Mercury is coming out of retrograde, and there are a lot of people who pay attention to Mercury in retrograde, and then for some reason not all the other planets, but there it seems to be like, oh, Mercury is in retrograde, blah blah blah. And I heard that 2 or 3 times today. Getting back to that was, you know, why always Mercury? Why is Mercury always being picked on? Mercury is happy to go back to direct, by the way. Very, very happy to be direct again. And our influence here is Lyra. And Pleiades again. Pleiades came out. Pleiades in the future. Okay, so let's talk about the past with Lyra here. Seeds of polarity. We're going to grab this card. I'm going to read this to you so that you understand what the symbology is from this card. And take with it what you may and what you're not interested in knowing, that's fine. As humanoid races began growing throughout the Lyrian system, the yin-yang principle of duality became more pronounced. At first, the polarities remained balanced, but because our cosmic journey is about growth and the integration of polarity, those polarities had to become more pronounced before they can be healed. Take a look at how polarity plays out in your life today. Do not fear. It as you did in ancient times. Learn how to stay balanced amid the temptation to choose one polar over the other. Wisdom comes from embracing both rather than choosing one side over another. And that is so great. Embracing is better than choosing one side over another. I think this goes back to the Sagittarius reading that we had last month, and this is very good. This is very much a continuation of that storyline that took place for Sagittarius. We also have, in the future, an open contract with Pleiades. Somebody is interested. And this Pleiades came up in the first reading too. So if you're Palladian and you're interested, please take the time to watch the one that we did this afternoon, which was the full moon in the southern hemisphere in Australia. I used Sydney time to do that one. I'm not going to scream over this card. Okay, over this train. This card has to do with meeting another, stepping into common ground, into the unknown, and making a connection with a new entity or consciousness. It means facing your fears in order to do this, but experiencing transformation is the process. The future Palladians are committed to mentoring humans in this contact process, and their energy is here to assist you. It also likely that the Palladian energy is a future life of yours, reaching out through time to support you. Or it can be a new channeling experience. Either way, it is time to open yourself up for contact. I can tell you that I brought this outside because I want you guys to see this. I want to make sure I used everything that needed to be used. I need to clear myself too at this moment because I have other messages coming through and they don't pertain to this at all. But if there are people out there who want a personal reading, I don't add those messages unless they're requested at all. One of the things that I want to bring to you, to light to you, is this. Look, I enjoy this publication. It was hard for me to find this year. I actually found it in a grocery store, and it was kind of like off the beaten path grocery store. But if you're interested in stargazing, and you have yet, this book has great beginner information in it. And the publication comes out like I don't know if it's every year or like every 2 quarters, because this one starts at, hold on one moment. This one starts in, 2021, but it doesn't have all the months in here. It kind of like starts halfway through the year. It like starts in April through April, I think. This is a great publication. I wish I could find out how to get the subscription to this, because this is truly helpful. It just gives you the general like overview of things and what to look for and what dates to look for. And I like to do my readings on certain dates because of the fact that I like to see the planetary shift. I mean, we know that energy is going on all day long. I like to see the actual difference and when the moon and the sun are being influenced by different constellations. So, and planets. I think that's interesting when they mirror the energies, and I think it's truly beautiful. We have completed this reading, guys. If you are ever interested in a personal reading, my name is Starseed Heart. My email is starseedheart@gmail.com. And also you can message me or comment or send an email, and I am happy to respond. There's quite a few messages here for you, and I hope that you take the time to review this reading and as it resonates with you and what's going on with your life. And I hope you are doing well. Thank you. Like, subscribe, and click that bell for me, please. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye-bye.